Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, once seen as symbols of royal rebellion and Hollywood ambition, are facing a new crisis as Meghan's mother, Doria Ragland, announces she is leaving their Montecito home. For years, Doria has been more than just a grandmother and the backbone of the Sussexes, taking on the role of caring for their two children, Archie and Lilibet, amid media storms and domestic chaos. But after enduring pressure from Meghan's constant complaining and a stressful work environment, Doria decided to leave, leaving Meghan distraught and pleading, "Don't leave me." Doria's departure is not only a personal loss, but also a blow to the happy family image Meghan and Harry have built, raising the question, is this a sign that their empire is crumbling? Over the years, Doria Ragland has sacrificed her own life to become a strong pillar of support for Meghan and Harry's family. More than just a grandmother, she has taken on the role of caring for Archie and Lilibet almost full-time, from changing diapers, feeding, to soothing tantrums. While Meghan and Harry are busy with media contracts, interviews with Oprah, or event trips, Doria stays at home, ensuring stability for her grandchildren in an environment full of pressure and media attention. She gave up her career as a yoga instructor and social work, putting the interests of her daughter and grandchildren first. However, this sacrifice is not properly recognized. Meghan rarely mentions the important role of her mother in interviews, and according to insiders, she often feels overlooked, as if she is just an unpaid maid in the family. The Sussexes are notorious for not being able to retain childcare staff. In just 6 weeks in 2019, they changed 3 nannies, a number that showed the instability of the working environment. Nannies left for reasons such as not being a good fit or not being able to handle the pressure, but sources revealed that the real reason was Meghan's controlling nature and constant complaining. One nanny was praised for being with them for 5 years, but even she was exhausted and wanted to move into a role as a housekeeper rather than continue to care for the children. However, every time another nanny quit, she was pulled back into her old job, increasing the tension. In this context, Doria became a filler, taking on the role of an unpaid nanny, with no days off and no choice for family reasons. Her departure marked a turning point, showing that even the closest relatives could not endure this stifling environment forever. Doria's departure was not the result of a major argument, but rather a series of small cuts that accumulated over time. Sources say Meghan's constant complaints about everything from the house to the staff to the lack of support Harry provided left Doria exhausted from caring for her grandchildren and trying to soothe her daughter's emotions. Meghan even criticized Doria's childcare, leaving her feeling slighted. Doria, who had devoted her entire personal life to supporting her family, gradually realized that her dedication was not appreciated but taken for granted. She eventually decided to leave Montecito to regain her freedom and peace, despite Meghan's emotional plea, "Don't leave me." Doria's quiet departure, without a public explanation, spoke to a painful truth. Even familial love has its limits when pushed to the extreme. Doria's departure has shaken the family togetherness image that Meghan and Harry had built. For Meghan, it was not only the loss of her biggest supporter, but also a public blow to her reputation. The media quickly turned the incident into a family scandal, with headlines like, "Meghan's mom walks out because she can't stand her." On social media, hashtags like #MeghanFamilyDrama have gone viral, adding to the pressure on a couple already battered by the failure of media projects like With Love, Meghan, and a downsized Netflix deal. For Harry, Doria's departure was a personal blow, as he had relied on her for emotional support amid family tensions. Sources described Harry as lost and overwhelmed, increasingly withdrawing from his role as father and husband, leaving a void that Doria had once filled. The public, already skeptical about the authenticity of their happy story, now raises questions about whether Meghan and Harry can maintain their image when even their closest family members have left. The passing of Doria Ragland is not only a personal loss, but also a sign of deep cracks in Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's media empire and family. From being the quiet hero, Doria has become a victim of relentless pressure and lack of appreciation from her own daughter. The instability in retaining staff, Harry's silence on crises, and the pressure of media failures have pushed the Sussexes into an unprecedented crisis. With Doria no longer by their side, Meghan and Harry face the challenge of maintaining stability for their children and their public image. Can they overcome their mistakes by admitting their mistakes and rebuilding trust? Or will Doria's departure be the beginning of the complete collapse of the Hollywood royal narrative they have worked so hard to build? Share your thoughts. Can Meghan and Harry weather this storm, or is this the end of their dreams?